Pokémon, a franchise that took the world by storm and defined the childhoods of many. It has only gotten more popular with time, but what was Pokémon like way back then? More specifically, how has competitive Pokémon changed over the years for those striving to be the very best? Now that is exactly what we are here to find out. In this series, Jeexx and I will embark on an adventure to be the very best, exploring through time and space to rediscover Pokémon's past formats. In each episode, both of us will bring two teams and battle it out in a best of 3 match, and the one who wins with both teams first is crowned the champion of the episode. We hope you enjoy this trip to Pokemon's evolution with us. Welcome to the Pokemon Progression Series, A Journey Through Time. Generation 4, Sinnoh, with Diamond, Pearl and Platinum, based on the North Hokkaido region of Japan, was the generation where I myself started my Pokemon journey. It added 107 new Pokemon, and while the number of changes that happened this generation were not as plentiful as the previous generations, it introduced one of the single most influential ones in the history of the franchise, the physical special split. This changed the previous type determines whether a move is physical or special to a system where now individual moves each have this determined separately, allowing Pokemon like Sneasel to now take advantage of their stat moves using their dominant offensive stat. Some other impactful changes were Sandstorm now giving rock types a 50% speed F boost, the absolutely massive addition of Stealth Rock, arguably the single most important move in competitive singles history, as well as the addition of obviously even more items like the rest of the choice items, Scarf and Specs, and the Life Orb, which allowed for Pokemon to leverage their health to boost their offensive prowess even further, as well as type resist berries, which could allow Pokemon to live moves they normally wouldn't be able to. What's up guys and girls, and welcome back to the Pokemon Prog series, this time with Generation 4 Never Used. I'm re-recording this. I already did it once, but it ended up being 22 minutes because of like some shenanigans, so I really didn't want it to be that long, so I'm re-recording it. Regardless, let's jump right into it, and starting us off, we have a bulky offensive team here with Tauros as a lead, then Regirock, Drifblim, Slowking, Medicham, and Floatzel. And starting us off, we have Tauros, kind of like, not exactly an anti-lead, but it has Pursuit there if I'm facing down a Mon that's weak to it. Something like a Psychic type or something that we can click Pursuit, and with Choice Band should be able to just immediately remove Iron Head Earthquake there for coverage as well, and then Double Edge obviously as our hardest hitting stab option. Then we actually have our Stealth Rock setter here in Regirock with Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, Earthquake, and Explosion. Attack investment a little bit there to hit as hard as possible with Explosion. We obviously don't need more defense investment because our base defense is so extremely high. So we're just dumping some points into special defense to leave some specific hits, and then obviously maxing out our HP. But mostly here to just set Stealth Rock and be a little bit annoying. And then we have Drifblim here with Citrus Berry and Unburden, obviously to be able to be a fast sweeper. This amount of speed investment is enough to outspeed the entire metagame basically, even like accounting for a lot of Scarfers. We don't need HP investment here as well because we're already hitting the magic 404 and exceeding that, so we're running Substitute to be able to lower our own HP obviously to hit Unburden range, and Calm Mind is there to obviously give us the power to sweep. Shadow Ball, the move that we're going to click 99% of the time, and then Hidden Power Fighting there just as a way to hit obviously normal types that are immune to Shadow Ball. And I want to cover this here because obviously like Drifblim is one of our 2 Gen 4 Mons in this team. I want to cover the other one in Floatzel because both of them are shinies. I quite like Drifblim shiny. I don't like Floatzel shiny at all, but I thought it was cool because obviously both of them having like white, yellow, and blue as the 3 major colors, as well as being like our setup sweepers in this team and the Gen 4 Mons of choice. So I thought that was cool. Wanted to point that out. But Floatzel here with Life Orb, Switch Stream the only ability doesn't really do much. But Waterfall, Ice Punch as our like actual moves to attack, and the Bulk Up and Baton Pass. And the interesting thing here is that a lot of Mons actually like wall us when we have moves like this on Floatzel. So the idea there in Bulk Up Baton Pass is that we can either like set up on Floatzel, and if obviously it's extremely fast, so if the situation gives us an angle to do it, we can just sweep with Floatzel. But if we can't, we can Bulk Up into Medicham. Medicham obviously learns Bulk Up itself, but just these moves just give you such nice coverage. Obviously, the stab options in High Jump, Key, and Headbutt both can miss because they are 90% accurate, which is a little unfortunate, but still, like, they hit extremely hard. Obviously, with Life Orb, Hero Power, Thunder Punch there to hit stuff like Slowking, any other like water types or flying types that otherwise might give us some trouble. And we don't need Ice Punch here because we have the Ice Punch covered on Floatzel, and the Bullet Punch there to finish off low HP opponents that if you need be. Obviously don't have access to Mach Punch, but Bullet Punch serves basically the same purpose. Medicham is incredibly good in my opinion in the tier. The stat profile alongside Pure Power obviously makes it hit extremely hard, basically like harder than even like banded mons like Tauros. Tauros with band has basically the same amount of punching power as Medicham without accounting for life orb, just based on pure power alone. So Medicham is going to be an incredible wall breaker here. Then we also have our basically like really bulky wall. Another like bulky wall doesn't have access regenerated yet, but just like this stat profile is so insanely good, like insanely high HP, like both these fantasy stats pretty good, and still like base 100 special attack. Like this Surf and Psychic are gonna hit extremely hard, but mostly Sulking is here to spread Thunder Wave. Obviously helps setting up substitutes and Calm Minds on Driftblim or bulk ups on Floatzel, and in general just slows our opponent down, because like the fastest mons in the tier, like Charizard is still going to be able to outspeed stuff like Medicham, and obviously like Scarfers are going to be a problem before we hit Unburden on Driftblim. So stuff like that, like Thunder Wave is obviously really nice. And I mean, Thunder Wave is just broken. Like 30% chance to full para on a 100% accurate move. Like this move is so insane. Slack off there, obviously just for the longevity and recovery. But then, obviously, I don't know why Gen 4 is just like this, where we'll just keep stealing each other's ideas. But like, obviously, first Jeexx took my Scarf Bluff into Gen 4 UU, and now last time I criticized one of his teams, Solo Lose into Earthquake. So what's better way to come into the Gen 4 NU than Solo Lose to Earthquake with 3 mons, weak to ground, one of them being quadruple weak. Yeah. Anyways, we're starting us off with a kind of like an anti-lead Sharpedo with Focus Sash and Rough Skin and a special Sharpedo. So Sharpedo is actually like Hydro Pump, Dark Pulse, and Ice Beam gives you such nice coverage to be able to hit basically anything. Like Ice Beam, obviously, because stuff like Gligar has such low special defense, obviously being quadruple weak. Like even though like Sharpedo isn't the strongest, like 95 special attack is actually pretty nice, and the Ice Beam will actually just melt something that's actually weak to it, which is really nice. And having access to Focus Sash, obviously really good against something like, if he has like a, I don't know, like a Psychic type with a Focus Blast coverage, or like even like an Electric type that could maybe get smoked by some of our stuff. So like we can, because obviously Sharpedo isn't living anything, but still, the only ability being Rough Skin. Rough Skin is still nice to have, especially on a mod that you would want to click U-turn on. Because like even if it's like a banded U-turn, we get maybe, if we don't like Oko something like, I don't know. I think like Hydro Pump should Oko Monferno, but that's like the first thing that I'm thinking of. Like that could be like a banded U-turner. But still like eating a U-turn of something that we've chunked a lot. Like we're always living anything thanks to Sash, as long as we don't eat rocks damage, obviously. And then like, them getting hit for Rough Skin damage on pivots, because obviously pivots are so broken, so having moves that punish pivots are really nice. So Rough Skin is pretty cool to have for that, but I just thought like this was a cool set. This is something I need to start writing down, like where I have like gotten some sets, because like this is a like set that I just stumbled across, and I was like, yo, wait, that sounds super sick, like a special Sharpedo, and the explanation was also like really good. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna steal that. As for our rocker though, we have Gligar here. Unfortunately, no good real abilities yet. We're fully going into this being just a defensive wall. Earthquake, U-turn, Stealth Rock, and Roost. I really would have liked to also have Toxic in here, but ultimately, like it ended up coming in down to like having U-turn, Roost, Toxic, do all those moves, and I ended up going with like U-turn and Roost over the other two, because like I don't have that much bulk in here, so I really want to keep Gligar healthy, but I think the U-turn is just too good of a move to give up. Then we have Magmora here with Expert Belt and Flame Body, obviously the only ability, but really nice to punish stuff like Jeexx seems to really like knock off and fake out, so also punishes those, but also like obviously switching this into U-turn, it resists it, and then there's a 30% chance that the U-turner gets burned. Obviously it's a fire type like Monferno, then it doesn't matter, but still. And Expert Belt is like 1.2 times damage from super effective, is really nice, because like Fire Blast, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, Hidden Power, Grass, like this gives us insane coverage to to hit basically anything in the tier for super effective. In something like there are so many like water ground types in the tier that otherwise like give us crazy issues. Like a Dragon Dance Wish Cash, I'm pretty sure just 6-0s our entire team. So I need to have something for that. So Hidden Power Grass obviously blows up like anything like a Gastrodon or a Wish Cash or even like Quagsire. Like HP Grass is there for really nice coverage. And then like Skuntank, it's a toss-up between like Medicham, Slowking, and Skuntank for me, which is like the single best one in the tier. Because this can do anything. Like you can make it physical, special. It can be a wall as well. Like I have a like mostly a special wall here, but it also has Sugar Berry because obviously I'm very weak to ground. So I really want it to be able to eat an Earthquake. So that's why we have the HP investment here and a Sugar Berry. But Pursuit, Sucker Punch, Taunt, and Explosion. Taunt, I don't want things setting up on me, sending any hazards. I'm obviously, like I said, like also hazards are pretty annoying because Magmortar eats 25% and Sharpedo loses its Sash. So I would love to give hazards off my field. Explosion, also like here, like I had it in the other team with Regirock as well. And then Pursuit and Sucker Punch, obviously just like two of the greatest dark type moves basically ever made. Aftermath is also very nice for contact moves to punish them. And then speaking of removing hazards, we have our trusty like 88 speed IV Hitmonchan once again here. Now with Iron Fist, so Ice Punch and Drain Punch are going to hit extremely hard. After a single bulk up, like we're going to be extremely bulky on both the physical and special side, especially being able to heal back with Drain Punch. But also like we have Rapid Spin here to be able to spin away any hazards that come our way to protect. Like if we manage to like maintain Sharpedo's Sash and it doesn't just get traded in the first a couple turns. And then obviously Magmortar like is going to be a lot of our coverage, so we really want to protect it from hazards. And then finally Magneton, like this is the one slot where I like wasn't really sure what to do, but I really wanted an electric type. But the issue with like stuff like Ampharos is that it's so slow, and like something like Electabuzz just doesn't hit that hard. So ultimately, like when I was just looking for like, I was also contemplating Manectric. But Manectric, the issue there is like it's even like way weaker defensively. So it's basically all the Earth Raid calcs that I did, like Manectric still dies unless you want to run something like, what's his face? Something like Sugar Berry on that as well, and which I really didn't want to do alongside investment. So everything like basically all electric types that I was considering, it's just always going to be a ground weakness regardless. And obviously like Magnet Pull doesn't really do a lot for us because we have a ground type moves to hit, we have fighting types moves, we have fire types moves, we have so many ways of dealing with steel types, which there aren't actually like even that many like great steel types in the tier. Like so you have, I mean, Bastiodon is rock steel, but still like Bastiodon is so terrible. Like there's no way with a like I don't think there's any world where Jeexx uses something like Bastiodon, and even like stuff like Mawile and other, like we're not really afraid of the steel types. So being able to trap them and Oko them with HP ground like isn't that crazy. But when you're just looking at the electric types in the tier, like I think Magneton is just the best one. So that's how I ended up on it, because I did want an electric type, and then it just HP ground is there to Oko stuff like other Magneton hit. I actually haven't calculated if this would Oko a. There's no way this Oko is especially invested Bastiodon. It's so bulky, but still like hits Bastiodon hard if somehow Jeexx ends up running that. Flash Cannon there for the other stab, and there's sub and leftovers to, scout out some moves and get some life back. But this is the one like where I'm like a little bit questioning whether it's worth it or not, but ultimately after looking at all the electric types, and I would like stuff like Ampharos would be nice, but it's so slow. So this ended up being the best option that I had available. Because like I was thinking of stuff like Luxray as well, because Luxray obviously has 120 attack, whereas this has 120 special attack, and both of them are literally the same speed tier, and that's only 1 times weak to Earthquake and has actually a pretty good HP stat. But the issue there is that if I wanted a physical attacker, the best physical electric type moves in Gen 4 is a Thunderfang that I have access to, while the charge doesn't exist before Gen 5. So that's kind of where Luxray unfortunately falls flat. But yeah, hopefully it'll work out. If anything, like it still fits fits the theme of the names for the team really well. So I guess we got that going for us. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Hopefully this ended up being less than 22 minutes, which is initially what the other one was. Yeah, almost 10 minutes less. Still a long one, but you know that's what you're probably used to in this situation. So yeah, thank you so very much for watching. Thank you for watching the team breakdowns. Hopefully you enjoyed Jeexx as well. And I will see you after in the battle zone.
So, we are playing Gen 4 NU. I am running a team with Banette, Bastiodon, Ampharos, Gabite, Slowking, and Cardon. Obviously, I want to be playing Bandit in the tier that Bandit is still legal in, because Bandit is fairly okay. At this point, it has access to actually decent like ghost type moves as well. And it has a lot of utility now. It's got Trick Room, Taunt, Destiny Bond, Shadow Claw. It's got a Focus Sash, so it can take a hit and still Trick Room. It can still use Taunt. It can D-Bond afterwards. I'm going to Trick Room on turn 1. I'm going to D-Bond on turn 2, assuming that he hits me low. I think, in a way, I should probably be using this as Team 2, in case there's a chance for Weebfox to get tilted. This is like a call out to like not taking into account the fact that I can have D-Bond and I can be faster now. It's what happened, was it? No, it wasn't Little Cup. Was it VGC? I think it was VGC, right? No, not VGC doubles. It was with Gengar having the Slack Berry and triggering the Slack Berry and killing Zapdos with D-Bond. I don't remember if that was actually what I'm thinking of right now, like in terms of a tilt play, but like obviously this is something that you might not be expecting in game 2. And more like in game 1, you go in, you're like, okay, I'm fully fresh, I'm fully prepared, I'm thinking perfectly. Like, well, fine, that it's not perfectly, as in like, yeah, whatever. But this is something that you want to use to catch your opponent off guard. And in game 1, that's less likely to happen, I think, than in game 2. Is kind of what I'm getting at. Sorry about that. That was really long-winded. Bastiodon, Stealth Rock, Iron Head, Stone Edge, Protect. I'm thinking about Stealth Rock still, because I don't think I need hazards here, right? Hazards aren't exactly relevant, but then the question becomes, what do I give it? And I think the answer would be Toxic. Because, like, I don't have much else here. So, I think I'll just, like, live here, switch this to Toxic. Actually, you could make the argument that, I'm not sure. Like, this is something that I'm not entirely sure about if it's worth wasting a turn on getting a Stealth Rock off, because this is a super slow mon. I'm Trick Room. I have Trick Room setups, so I'd probably rather prefer having more attacks as a whole, right? Iron Head, I have Stone Edge. I mean, I could probably go for Rock Slide as well, right? I'm gonna think about that a bit more. But for now, I'm gonna keep it as Stealth Rock. Yeah, you're gonna see that change in game probably. But we'll see. This is what happens when I record this ahead of time. By the way, just like that's why this happens. My things change because I'm still thinking about things when I'm making this. But yeah. Ampharos, Life Orb and Static, Focus Blast, Discharge, Protect, Signal Beam. Obviously, I don't want to be running Specs because I have a Life Orb for that. I have Life Orb for 1.3x damage, I have a Protect, and you could be wondering, well, why not just be running Specs? Well, because I'm going to be Trick Rooming, so there's a possibility that I'm not even going to get like value out of the Specs in a way. And I want to have the ability to scout out things, I guess, and even sometimes maybe stall out my own Trick Room. I think Protect is really good because it allows you to have access to things like stalling out your own weather, stalling out your own Trick Room, stalling out later on your own terrain or your opponent's terrain. Stuff like this. I think Protect is really good for utility on your sweepers because of that, and even like giving it to Bastiodon because of like stuff like that. And obviously there's also like if Weebfox happens to be playing weather, it can be pretty good. I don't think he's gonna be playing weather because I think Sunny Day is just dog shit in here. Nobody's playing Rain Dance either. It's weird because like I was looking at doing a Sunny Day team and I just decided against it because it felt like, no, that's not worth it. I'm wasting too much time setting it up. Then you have Gabite with Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Roar. Obviously 2 stab moves, Rock Slide because I'm trying to still be slower, but there's probably gonna be Mons that I'm gonna be faster than, and then Roar for cycling things out depending on how poorly it goes. Because I didn't really have any other Pokemon I could give Roar to. Maybe I could give Roar to Bastiodon instead of Stealth Rock, but then it's like, why am I even bothering? In a way, that probably makes the most sense. Might as well. Yeah, let's go with that, and then I can change this to be like a physical attack that I can use for something. And let's make that physical attack He still has a rock type move, right? Yeah, he still has a rock type move. Oh, could also go for Draco Meteor. Wait, do you not learn any physical fire type moves? Do you only learn special fire type? What the fuck? Huh, I didn't know that. I'll change that after. I'm not gonna bother thinking about it. Trick Room, Yawn, Slack Off Surf. I have 2 Trick Roomers because I think this can... Bandit is obviously intended to Trick Room and die. That's the plan. It's got a Focus Sash for that reason. And then Yawn, Slack Off. I think yawning, then just being able... You Trick Room, you yawn, and then... Or you yawn, you Trick Room, you swap. Or you yawn, Slack Off, Trick Room. I was thinking originally running Protect over Slack Off because you can yawn, Protect, and then that can be decent, and I have lefties, so I recover at least like for 2 turns from that. So I think that might be better. Again, that might change between now and the games. Then we have a Sweeper in the form of Cardon with Life Orb, Crunch, Excisor, Waterfall, Dragon Dance. Obviously, I want a D-Dancer. He's fast. Like, I made him fast on purpose, because everybody else is giga slow in this team. But I consider the fact that D-Dance is going to be making me faster anyway. I originally thought about having Sword Stance. But I figured, oh, D-Dance is gonna enable me to have a fast sweeper in my slow team. And if I thought about this team a bit more, I think I could have 2 different modes, like a Trick Room mode and a fast sweep mode. And I could rely on like Cardon and maybe Ampharos, not Ampharos, Gabai for that. But yeah, that's team 1. I have 3 teams total that I built for my team 2. Most of them contain Drifblim and Kadabra, and some of them contain Quagsire as well. As you can see, there's a Kadabra in every one of these, so I cannot play more than one of these teams. There's Quagsire in the first and the second, and Drifblim is in all 3. I think Drifblim and Kadabra are really good in this tier. Like, Drifblim is really good for utility, it's got really good coverage as a whole, it's got, obviously, it's a flying type, so it's immune to ground, it's a Ghostmon, it's immune to Rapid Spin, and it's immune to fighting type moves. And obviously it has Will-O-Wisp, Knockoff, Protect, Shadow Ball on this team, and it has access to Defog as well. Like, really good Pokemon in this tier, I think. Because the fact that it deals with hazards, the fact that it can knock off items, the fact that it has decent special attack. Like, I'm not putting any points in the special attack in this case, and it's still 216. It's pretty good. But yeah. Then Sableye with Fake Out, Knock Off, Will-O-Wisp, Taunt. I have 2 like Will-O-Wispers here. This thing is supposed to be an asshole. It fakes you out, it taunts you. It's full speed investment too. Idea obviously being to, like, similar idea to Bennett, but unlike Bennett, this time I want to fake you out, I want to taunt you, I want to Will-O-Wisp you, and I want to knock off you. And then Kadabra is a full sweeper. Again, we're going with Scarf. I'm going with Scarf, like, not full speed investment Scarf, because again, I don't think there's anything in here that is really faster than me other than Floatzel, and I didn't calc if Floatzel can kill. Oh, actually, no, there's also a Peragli, but I don't know if Peragli is gonna kill. No, actually, there's a couple of Pokemon still here that are stronger than Kadabra. I think Tauros might kill me. But we'll see, we'll see. Psychic, Hidden Power Fighting, had a Shadow Ball, Signal Beam. Can't learn Focus Blast, so Hidden Power Fighting it is, so we're gonna be losing out on attack. And 4 stats total, but that's not really that bad. Dragonair with Shed Skin, Lefty, Thunderbolt, Dragon Meteor, Extreme Speed, Hidden Power Grass. I'm running Extreme Speed as a physical move to have a priority move. I'm running Draco Meteor, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Grass as special attacks, because obviously I think this Pokemon is fairly bulky, and it's got decent stab from Draco Meteor now. Like, this thing is cracked. Right, 210 base power after stab. Sure, it lowers my special attack by 2, but I can finish anything off with extreme speed afterwards because it doesn't get reduced, I think. I think this is worth trying. Quagsire with EQ, Waterfall, Stone Ninja, Ice Punch. This is like a full-on sweep Quagsire. Then Team 3 is Roselia, Piloswine, Kadabra, Hitmonchan, Gangtank, Drifblim. Drifblim in this is a bit more offensive. Shadow Ball, Hidden Power Fighting instead of a knockoff. Will-O-Wisp with Protect. And then Roselia with Toxic Spike, Stun Spore, Sludge Bomb, Spikes. I think Stun Spore isn't really worth running, all things considered, but I could probably switch it over for Energy Ball. But at present, I'm just thinking I kind of just want to have access to something that is a paralysis move in case my Spikes get spun. Then we have Piloswine with Stealth Rock, EQ, Ice Shard, Roar. Obviously, the idea here being this thing is fairly bulky, not like specialty, but like defensively, it's got a lot of HP. I want to be roaring things in and out to cycle them through the toxic spikes, through the stealth rocks, EQ ice shard, obviously priority ice move with base power 60 because of the stab, and then EQ is EQ. I don't think I need to explain that. This thing doesn't accept. I didn't actually check, but I think it's pretty good against most flying types here. There's not that many though, so. Again, Cadabra Choice Scarf. This time it's full speed investment. This time I was like, I'm not taking risks. I'm literally just gonna go full on speed investment, even with Timid. And then Synchronized, Psychic, Signal Beam, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball. Could make the argument that I should be running Inner Focus so that I can't get flinched with Fake Outs. But at the same time, I felt like, well, Synchronize is gonna make it so that if Weebfox playing Hazards, I can use Cadabra to pick up a poison on something. And then probably, actually no, that's not worth it. I'm gonna go into focus on this. This is full speed investment, so I don't want to get flinched by any fake outs. Fake out, Rapid Spin, Mach Punch, Thunder Punch on Hitmonchan. Obviously Iron Fist, so Thunder Punch, Mach Punch. I don't have any coverage for any water type mons or any flying mons really outside of the ice moves on Paloswan. I don't have rock type moves, so Thunder Punch it is, and Mach Punch obviously goes. This is priority move, and Rapid Spin, Fake Out, and Rapid Spin are both 30. No. Skunk Tank, I think this is like the most interesting one that I picked because it's immune to Psychic, obviously. It's immune to Psychic Poison Time, so it only has one weakness, same as Drapion. And it has Explosion, Crunch, Defog, and Poison Jab. Defog in this case is here for the situation where Weebfox spins my stuff. I don't have Drift Blend to prevent him from spinning. I don't have Protect to prevent him from spinning. And then I have to be like, well, I guess I'm just gonna defog your hazards because I'm immune to poison. And I take neutral damage from rock. So spikes, stealth rock, and toxic spikes, which I think are unlikely to get because these two are like the only two mons that can do, like, this is the only mon that can do spikes and toxic spikes. So I think that's unlikely to happen. But yeah, and then obviously Crunch, Poison Jab for stab, physical attacks, 120 power, Explosion for just finishing shit off. Will-O-Wisp, Shadow Ball, Protect, Hate, and Power Fighting. As I said, this thing is more special defensive because I think the other one was physically defensive. No, it's the same one. Never. But yeah, then we have the fourth team, which is Charizard, Kadabra, Drift Blame, Armaldo, Quagsire, Golduck. Charizard with a physical sweep setup with Roost as well, Dragon Dance, Life Orb. Kadabra with the same Choice Scarf, Timid setup, and then Energy Ball, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Signal Beam. Drift Blame with Defog. A bit different. Shadow Ball, will with Sucker Punch. This thing is I'm expecting to stay on the board more, so I gave it Sucker Punch because I'm intending to use Sucker Punch to like essentially clock someone in the fucking face to prevent them from attacking. Hopefully, so not prevent them from attacking. I'm thinking of Fake Out, not Sucker Punch. But yeah, essentially, hopefully get a priority move that can finish off like not Psychic types. I'm thinking of a bunch of things right now, but yeah, I think this is gonna be worth running for Shadow Ball, Will-O-Wisp, Defog. Defog is here because I didn't have any ways of getting a spinner other than like Armaldo. Armaldo's in here because I was like, well, I want to have two options. My bad. These are all like blending together. I made these in like 20 minutes together, so. Yeah, Armaldo with lefties, Battle Armor. He only has Battle Armor. Yeah. Crawdon has Hyper Cutter, right? Yeah. X is a Rapid Spin, Knockoff, Stone Edge. Obviously, stab moves, knockoff for dealing with pesky choice items, for example, or for knocking off lefties or even berries. Who knows what? Then we have Quagsire with Earthquake, Protect, Ice Punch, Yawn. This is a little bit of a more defensive set with some attacking moves that are going to be decent. And then Golduck with Calm Mind, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Hidden Power Grass. This is like supposed to be a sweeper, just in case we end up in a situation where I have to use my Golduck for sweeping. This is kind of a callback to the last time that I did this, right? Which was, I think, Gen 2 or Gen 1, where I think it's Gen 2, where I just click Calm Mind, and then Golduck just like swept 90% of Weebfox's team. I'm trying for the same thing here, essentially. But yeah, good luck with the games.
How you feeling?
I think we're gonna do some hocus pocus today.
Oh, interesting.
Some
abracadabra.
Alakazam, if you will.
I see. To the surprise of absolutely nobody.
Nobody's surprised. Absolutely nobody.
Absolutely?
Absolutely.
Interesting. Interesting to bring that up.
Is it? Wait. I think it's like PU or RU?
No, there's no RU, but yeah, it's lower tier.
Wait, where the fuck is PU?
PU exists.
Wait, that's But I'm trying to scroll through like the list for all the Pokemon below NU, and there's no PU on here. There's only Lillicup.
Yeah, I mean, if you look up a like specific mon, it should say the like lower thing there. But sometimes I don't know why, but sometimes just doesn't show the like if you're just scrolling, it doesn't show you the other stuff.
No.
But it should
wait,
come
what?
up if you're searching it up.
Why is NU being listed as PU?
What do you mean?
I'm looking at building for a Gen 4 PU team, and it's literally giving me NU Pokemon.
But then if you put it in there and validates, because some
Yeah.
formats, I don't remember how it worked, but some formats did have like, because there's like something by usage, something by viability, some shit. I do remember seeing that like before as well, when I'm building for something else, it's giving me like upper tier mon, but therefore whatever reason still like legal to be played in that tier. I don't.
No, like there's no PU Pokemon listed at all. There's only NU, NFE, and LC on here.
I guess it then for like some older formats, it might just be that it just like then it's just by NU usage. So shit that like doesn't have enough usage in NU is then like PU. But if you're trying to use, I'm trying to think like a good NU mon that like if you start building a PU team and then you're trying to put in, I don't fucking know, Slowking, I would assume that it just doesn't let you do that, because even though everything like nothing is listed as PU specific, like Slowking I would assume is good enough usage.
I'm confused now actually, because like.
But yeah, like it's just because
is there no PU or ZU then?
They both of them do exist. If you're trying to put in a mon that is like, if you're trying to put it when you start making a team and you list that team as Gen 4 PU and you're trying to put in a mon that is like, let's say the highest usage in NU, the game will tell you when you're going for the validation, it will tell you like, hey, this mon is NU. But it's just like not everything is listed. It's probably, I'm just gonna assume like it's for some of these formats which have like way less players, but. Yeah.
This makes so much more sense now, because I was confused why the NU tier is so big.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because they just didn't bother making PU and ZU separate sections.
Yeah.
God.
But it should still limit the mons, like when you actually like make the team format Gen 4 PU and Gen 4 ZU.
No. I'm currently browsing, like if I remove my Slowking, I'm on Gen 4 ZU, add Pokemon. I'm gonna go add Slowking. For my Gen 4 ZU team. It lets me add Slowking. I give it 4 moves. I make it a bulky physical sweeper with an item. And now I validate my team. And it says Slowking is banned by Gen 4 PU.
Gotcha.
And I'm in Gen 4 ZU at the moment.
Gotcha. So then that would make it by usage PU. Okay.
That's gonna blow. But yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways,
it's a bridge that we'll have to cross in the future, but for now, after my the great rendering incident of the 25th of October 2025, I say, shall we jump right into it?
You mean upload? Not render.
Yeah, no, it just the great upload incident doesn't sound as cool as the great rendering incident to me. So. But yeah, obviously the rendering, it doesn't matter because that uses PC stuff and not the internet. But
yeah.
Good luck. I'll see you after the games.
Good luck. See you after the games.
Man. All right. I should have my stuff imported here. As always, I'm stressed, but that's just a part of playing Pokemon. We're gonna go Generation 4, never used, and we're gonna start with this team. Yeah. And once again, I'm gonna go into Team Builder. I'm gonna delete these 2 mons here, and we'll just use this to track Jeexx's team then. Bennett to start us off. Well, I'm pretty sure This poor fucking bastard. I'm so sorry. But, did he frisk me? He's insomnia? Well, goodbye, Bennett. Oh, he stayed in. Interesting. I'll keep it a $150. I was so sure he was just gonna swap away. I don't think this thing gets an actual like fighting type coverage move though. So Trick Room is obviously a little annoying because I'm very fast on this team, but we can do stuff with these two. So I'm just gonna kill this thing. Destiny Bond and Trick Room, that's perfect fine. We trade 1 for 1. Let me set a Destiny Bond in here. And then I can bring this thing in or I can bring this thing in. But he's bringing in a slow sweeper. Obviously Thunder Waving something inside Trick Room seems really counterintuitive. But I also think like slacking just also checks the most stuff. Bashadon. Well, I think I'm just gonna click Surf. Really cool team already though. Obviously, like we've talked about Jeexx loves Bennett. The issue here is this thing, I don't think it's hitting me with anything. He's gonna Stealth Rock here, and then he has Metal Burst. But he's gonna Stealth Rock first, so I'm gonna click Surf here, because he's Stealth Rocking here probably. You're not a physical sweeper, Bashadon, are you, you freak? I was so sure that he was gonna Metal Burst. Let me quickly see, is there something with Water Absorb? Leopard Mountain, a bunch of Mons actually. And what about Storm Drain? I don't think Storm Drain is here. Gastrodon is also in this tier, I forgot. Okay, there are way too many things here. I think the likelihood of him going into either of those is really high. I'm not killing this thing regardless, so I'm just gonna do this into Bastiodon. So Psychic doesn't do like anything, but I'm just still gonna click it. Huh, Crawdont. This tells me that this is not D-Dance though. He's probably clicking, if I'm him, I'm always clicking Pursuit here. This is the last turn of Trick Room though, so we'll Thunder Wave it. And we get the full para. Well, I'm just too talented. What can I say? The issue here is I don't have great ways of dealing with this thing though. It's actually quite problematic for my team. It is Dragon Dance. I mean, I'm still faster, so... that's actually really cool to be like D-Dance, regardless of, yeah, that just straight up kills, because Spirit Power and Life Orb. Their Bastiodon is back. This thing just dies to High Jump Kick. Yep, we don't have to worry about that. Medicham is so great. Alright, there is his Slowking. Now, how much does do I do to Slowking with Thunder Punch? It's so fucking much. Holy fuck. How much do I eat from Psychic? Not even that much. I mean, he's clicking Thunder Wave here, but I don't really like this thing getting T-Wave though, but it's the... I have to get something T-Wave here. This thing doesn't get Regenerator yet, so I think this is worth it. Paralyze? Yawn. Okay, he needs to swap. Do I want this thing? I don't want this thing to fall asleep, is the thing. I really don't. It's probably slacking off. I need to go into something that I can still destroy this thing with. Drift Blim. Shadow Ball doesn't do too much, but I'd rather Drift Blim fall asleep than this thing. Oh, no slack off. Interesting. That did a lot, by the way. Is this thing... How much was that? 41%. Okay, it might be that. Just this with a different set. I'm not gonna predict anything. I think we just send Shadow Ball here. I could just Calm Mind as well. Shadow Ball guaranteed kills, but what about he slack offs and I do this? Then I don't. I'm up a lot in Mons. I'm just gonna Shadow Ball. Okay, I'm glad I didn't overpredict anything. Ampharos is here. At this point, I don't have good switch into this, but I can revenge kill it pretty easily. I could sub to see what he wants to do, but I think I'd rather just click Shadow Ball and get some chip. This thing is bulky. The spread of drop is, oh, it's Life Orb, okay. I could explode on this. Pretender, Avenger, Shielder, Moon Cancer, Alter Ego, Pretender. I wonder what these are. How do I approach this thing? Does Amph get Focus Blast? Not Ampharos. Mega? Do you get Focus Blast? I think you do. You do get Focus Blast. But how fast are you? 209. Way faster. I don't love this. This thing is terrifying. It's so slow. Waterfall always kills unless he's invested. But not always. I'll still reveal Float Cell and click Waterfall. Protect, okay. It's fine. Protect left. Oh yeah, he wasn't even lefties. Do I lose if this thing is... No. Even if this thing is something with Weather Absorb, I don't think I care. Okay, it's physically invested. But he takes a lot of damage here from... Yeah. Now we can just guaranteed kill this thing with BP. There we go. It doesn't matter if he clicks Protect here. And what's the last one? This is a really fast Gabite. Okay. Well, I gave up my Ice Punch, unfortunately. I do... Does he win with DD? That's the one thing that I'm afraid of here. High Jump Kick kills Gabite. Always? Really? Oh no, it's blank set, sorry. There's a lot, plenty of time. High Jump Kick does a lot, Zen Headbutt does a lot. Zen Headbutt can flinch, but it can also, both of these can miss. The big issue is both of these can miss. I need a 2-hit KO anyway. I think I'd rather go for Zen because of the flinch. I think he needs to click. Actually, if he's max speed, he's faster than me. Okay. How do I lose this? That's what I'm thinking now. How do I lose this game? Is there a world where I lose this? I want to say no. I think I go here and I click Psychic. That got into a like really scary end game. I also played really fast. Yeah, Rock Slide flinch. Okay, no flinch. I got very lucky with the full para. We played fast that game. I need to stop running into what's his face? I need to stop running into Destiny Bond because I do that a lot. Destiny Bond Trick Room. I was not ready for physically bulky Bastion. I will say that much. Cordant was DD. We didn't see other things. This is lefties on Surf. Probably Psychic. Lefties with Yawn and Surf. And felt like some investments, but I'm not gonna go that deep into it. Discharge, Protect, Life Orb. Discharge, Protect with Life Orb. But yeah, if he got Amphi inside of Trick Room against this team, that could have been like terrifying. Dragon Claw, Rock Slide, lefties. Dragon Claw, Dragon Claw, Rock Slide, and lefties. There we go. All right, we got everything done, and now we need to track that anymore. Didn't even unveil my Regirock, which is kind of nice, but I don't think it should matter. But bro, that was a fast fucking game. And now we have the lead. Dude, it would be really funny if he leads Kadabra. Please lead Kadabra. Please show me lead Kadabra. Fuck. Well, this shit fucking blows. What the fuck does this thing even do? I don't know, but this thing is terrifying to my team. Dude. Sableye doesn't have Prankster yet, which is the thing, but it does get Willow. Most likely he's just fake outing, right? He's definitely fake outing. No, I'm going here. Hopefully Flame Body. Oh, he does go for Willow. Okay. That's fine though. I don't think the tier has Flash Fire Mons. The tier has 3 Flash Fire Mons. What's the punish if I give them? I click Thunderbolt if he goes into like, I don't fucking Wish Cache or a Quagsire or something, a ground type. I hopefully can then just boom them with this. I could also just switch, but I don't. I think like if he stays in on this and I switch out, I'm giving him so much momentum. Thunderbolt at least has like a para chance, and if I get a para, that's so much. Okay, is he offensive? Getting Expert Belt knocked off kind of sucks. I'm a little afraid of clicking this again. But if I click Fire Blast and miss, that would suck. Because if he stays in and I get rid of this thing, that would be huge. Am I risking this shit? I'm gonna Fire Blast. It's a soft prediction, but I don't think you're ever changing into if you have one of the Flash Fire Mons. Like, you don't want any of them, like, getting paralyzed would be terrifying. So I don't think you would ever switch into any of those. So either you stay in, and if we hit Fire Blast, that's fine. Or if you have a ground type, you switch into that. But, like, if you have a rock ground type or a water ground type, I have the HP Grasp for them. Okay, we hit. Perfect. Crit obviously didn't matter. Okay, getting rid of this is nice, because our team, like, burn would be really annoying. I don't know why I'm playing this fast. I don't need to play this fast. Losing my Expert Belt is pretty annoying, though, I won't lie. I do like keeping my Sharpedo's Focus Sash intact, though. And we do have a spinner in this team. In Hitmonchan, and we just got rid of the Ghost type. So, like, the two guys that I care about... Fuck. That sucks. But this thing doesn't get... There's no way it gets Earthquake, right? No way you get Earthquake. You don't have a great way of hitting me, do you? I don't have like great ways of hitting this thing back either. I could go into this thing, but I really don't want him setting up on me. Is the thing, because like bulk up on this thing is how I lose. I'll Thunderbolt. Fake out. I guess I could have seen that coming. I'm staying in though. Because there's nothing he can do to Oko me. There's a world where he switches out here, but like him going into this thing tells me that he just needs Chip on McMurder. Yeah, that should do a chunk. U-turn, that's a great crit, which sucks. But Mudfriner is relatively low now. I think it is in Aqua Jet range now, which is good. But I think... What priority is fake out Gen 4? Is it priority +2? Plus fun. Okay, we do have Ice Beam on this thing, and I do have Ice Punch here. I really, really wish I had This thing is so annoying for my team, actually. What do you have? Thunderwave, probably. This could be an agility sweeper as well. Definitely Surf. Is he clicking Surf, though? He could be clicking Surf. Drop the Draco. Okay, -2. I'm so low. I don't think I want to. Ice Punch is obvious, right? Like, he knows I have Ice Punch. But I don't think Bulk Up is a good, like, prediction. I think I'd rather Drain Punch. Because unless he crits... Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. In hindsight, like, Bulk Up would have been better. But now he needs to switch out. The question is, what does he switch out and... Does he take... If he's really greedy, he stays in. I don't think he would do that, though. Let's see, though. I'm faster? Okay, I can't risk getting paralyzed, though, so I need to click Drain Punch here. Were we speed tying? No, he's just... Is he min speed? I guess he's just, like, bulky. Oh, he has Quag. This thing doesn't have Unaware yet, though. How is he gonna hit me? I mean, he's just gonna... He's clicking Toxic every time, right? Like, he's just clicking Toxic on me. Is Toxic or Yawn? I want to see first. If I get poisoned, I don't think that's too big of a deal. I would love to get Rocks up, though. That did so much. I'm so glad I didn't go into Magmortar. Holy fuck. I think... Does Hitmonchan win here, though? I think Hitmonchan wins, though. Unless it has Kadabra. If it has Kadabra, then I'm gonna get smoked. That's perfectly fine. I don't care about that, because obviously immediately heal it back. If he has Kadabra, I do get boomed, though. Aftermatch sucks. But I would have a 6 against 1. Ice Punch definitely kills. He's slow. Don't be Kadabra. It's always Kadabra. I mean, I die here, but there is no reason for me to preserve this. Is there a world where I get to scout his item here? Because I'm pretty sure I just died to Psychic. Actually... No, yeah, I just died to Psychic every time. I can't scout the item, unfortunately. Yeah. That doesn't tell us anything yet, unless it's Life Orb. No Life Orb. I could go Sucker Punch here, but I think I'd rather see what the item is first. Like, if he's like shit like... Is he Scarfed or something? Yeah, I think we go here. And we see. Okay, yeah, so that's... There is no world where that is not specs, right? Because what the fuck was that damage? Never mind, he's just built like that, I guess. Okay, but we take it. Oh, okay. GG's. Though, that was a quick set, but we both played like so fast the first game. GG's. Holy Jesus. What item was Kadabra?
Scarf.
Scarf, okay.
Just gone into Sharpedo.
Yeah. I mean, I had also Skuntank, which was a dark... that's the thing, like, I had infinite bodies left to throw on it, so I was basically just, like, I was trying to just scout the item.
I was just clicking Psychic.
Yeah. That's fair, that's fair.
I decided that the set was done after I got full paralyzed after D-dancing during Trick Room. And completely losing the game on the spot without any chance of recovering, essentially.
Yep. We love full para. What are... Oh, it's just something from the middle. I was like, what the hell were the names in the second team? But I see.
I've been playing what is it called? Sapphire.
Yeah.
And in Sapphire, I just decided I'm not gonna bother trying to think up actual names. I'm just gonna take a part of the name. I'm gonna use that.
Gotcha.
And that was how I've been naming my Pokemon for the last week too.
Hell yeah. Who did you choose as your starter?
Mudkip, because I didn't want to bother with anything.
Fair. I mean, also, you don't have bad options in Gen 3. It's all
except
bangers.
For Trico that can't do shit for the first 3 gyms.
Okay, thinking of
gyms.
meta there. I see what kind of...
I was literally soloing the whole game with my starter up until Norman, because I was like, it's not worth trying to level other Pokemon until I get past Norman. It's just zero worth. I was level 50 on my starter once I beat Norman, and I had 5 Zigzagoons in the back with pickup getting me rare candies and money. That was the whole thing. And then after that, I was like, okay, now I can start doing actual leveling because my starter can solo every single thing in the game.
Editor, put the quotes of Karen up here.
Oh wait, Charm doesn't matter for gender. What the hell? I thought Charm required opposite gender as well. But I guess it's just Infatuate.
Yeah, Infatuation. Charm. It's weird because Charm works on anything, but Captivate, which is the special attack version of it, only works like on opposite gender.
Oh.
It's really weird why it works like that.
Are there no Pokemon that can learn Captivate in Gen 9? Hold on.
I have no idea.
Because I just looked up Captivate for Gen 9 Pokemon and there was nothing that had it.
I mean, I don't know if the move exists, I'll be honest.
Oh, yeah, that could be it as well.
Because there hasn't been a lot of Captivate usage, I don't think, ever, so... having a Dragon Dancer in a Trick Room team was, I think, like a really cool tech.
The idea there was to have the rest of my team be generally slower, and then by the time the Trick Room is running out, I also have a Pokemon that I can use to possibly set up.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the Trick Room. And then, obviously, that didn't go as planned because I got full parried on the turn that I was setting up for Trick Room.
Mm-hmm. That's how it goes. We love Gen 4 Thunder Wave, man. Also, dude, were you physical, actually physical attacker Bastion?
Yeah.
You're a psychopath.
I don't need to be running defense stats on this thing, so I don't have more than I caught on and Gabite, but I figured, well, this thing can take a physical hit anyway, so fuck it.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, if you make it adamant 252 attack EVs, it gets to 223. This thing is hitting like a paper noodle.
I had Avalanche, Iron Head, and Stone Edge.
Dude, Avalanche is... I fucking love Avalanche. It's such a cool move.
So, the general idea behind this set, for example, is Stone Edge obviously high crit. It has high crit chance, so it's still like... Sure, this isn't extremely high, but it's high enough where Stone Edge crit can threaten. And Iron Head flinching with Stab on top of doing Trick Room, it's not too bad. And then Avalanche for everything else afterwards with a 120 base power move isn't too bad again. And then Protect for stalling shit out if need be. The general idea here, I removed Trick Room from Slowking, but there we go. I was thinking about Slack Off for Slowking because I was like, do I want to have Slack Off or do I want to have Protect? Because when you think about it, this set, if I can stall out one turn guaranteed after yawning, it's pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty good. Like, sure, I might lose tempo if you switch out of it, but clicking Slack Off after yawning is also like riskier than clicking Protect.
Yeah, that was like kind of what I was like thinking of when like I was facing the Slowking after you yawned. Like I was like, I could like if I switch out, because I was like assuming you were gonna hit slack off when I switch out. So I was like, all right, like can I kill it still like after that? And like that was the thing that I was thinking of in my head. Also, what are these names?
Oh, they're Fate Grand Order classes.
Oh, gotcha. Because I
More
was like,
specifically Fate classes, because it's Avenger, Shielder, Pretender, Beast, all there you go.
okay, because I saw the first two and I was like, these sound like they could be classes in a game, but I was like, I don't think that's a thing in Final Fantasy, and that's where it my thinking ended for it. But I see. Mine were spells from Dark Souls and weapons from Dark Souls that I like.
I figured after the Uji Katana came out.
Yeah.
When
Also,
I was asking, what is the curved Karthus? I thought that was a ring for a moment.
yeah, you have Curved Karthus Greatsword and the Curved Karthus Sword, and I like both of them. And similarly, how like Floatzel was just Ringed Knight, I like all of the Ringed Knight weapons. I was like, in some cases, I made them something like that instead of like, because something being like something sword, it doesn't sound as cool as a name. So
Yeah.
that's the idea there. Also, well, I mean, Skuntank didn't get to come out. None of the Glyca didn't get to come out in the second one. But the one thing I didn't get to click moves on Sharpedo. I had a special Sharpedo.
Bruh.
It was a Sash special Sharpedo. But apart from that, like nothing crazy. The only one that you didn't see in my first team was Regirock, which was my rocker. But at that point, like we both played so fast. By the way, in the first game, like it was just like rapid fire. It felt like we were playing rapid fire chess.
I knew exactly what I was gonna do turn one. Because I'm a Sash, Trick Room, Banette with Destiny Bond.
That is the most evil Dude, what are your EVs? Why do you not have anything?
What do you need anything else? You don't need HP, you don't need defense, you don't need special defense, you don't need speed, you're a Trick Roomer, bro.
Oh yeah, but since you were like running less speed as well, like I don't know if you realized, but you can also like put zero EVs if you want.
Oh, I was supposed to put this to 0, but
Yeah.
For some reason I thought it was already at 0 because I clicked on this originally, but yeah.
This is the like this might be the funniest set and the most evil set I've ever seen in my life at the same time.
This
Only
motherfucker is gonna kill you.
And then a focus sash. Also, I was talking about that as well, dude. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. I need to stop just running into Destiny Bond at some point.
I was in my breakdown. I say so. I think this is a good like going second play, like in game 2, doing this, assuming that Weebfox just tiltingly plays into it again, same way that he did before. It's gonna be pretty good. But I don't know if it's gonna work in game 1 because he's gonna probably be like, this motherfucker, he thinks he's gonna get me, and then I figured you'd play around it. But then I clicked D-Bond and I just saw you click Pursuit or Feint Attack, and I was like, okay, yeah.
Okay, I mean, I will say like I'll be dead ass. When you sent out Banette and I sent out my choice bandit Tauros, I did not even calc anything. I was just like, I'm pretty sure this thing just dies because it's Banette. But,
and then it has Focus Sash, so even if it did die, it was like...
Yeah, it wouldn't have died in that case. But I was literally like, I just clicked it. I didn't do any calcs. I was like, it's Bennett. I'm pretty sure it dies.
And it didn't even take 50%.
Yeah,
to like 49.
Tauros fell off.
Look, Bandit Fate Attack Tauros only did 49% to Bennett.
Well, it wasn't Fate Attack, it was Pursuit.
Oh, was Pursuit even like better than Arcane? I thought it was Feint Attack for some reason. But yeah, like
wait, what is Feint Attack 60 base power or?
I think it's like a bit higher. It's not Crunch, it's not Bite, but
because I know it's dog shit. That's all I know.
It's dog shit. Yeah, because Pursuit has utility.
It is 60. Okay, yeah, I mean Pursuit is fucking broken.
Yeah, I mean but I was never gonna switch.
That's very fair. That's very fair. Like it makes sense now. All of that was in my head was well. Yet another moment where Banette dies to one hit from something, and the one time when it's equipped to like live the one hit, it doesn't even get. It
doesn't die. And that's sad in a way, because I was expecting it to just get one shot, and I was like, yeah, I put Sash on it.
I mean, if it came like if if it popped the focus sash and then you put in Trick Room, at that point I'm like, oh, this motherfucker is gonna click Destiny Bot. At that point I would have been like, okay, I'm on to you, fucker. Stop. But because it took like that amount of damage and you just made Trick Room, I'm just like, I mean, yeah, it's slow, so he's just gonna use this as a Trick Room sweeper. And then lo and behold, the evil move comes out.
I'm really like surprised actually. It's just like thinking about it now. The fact that Tauros can't one-shot Bennett with band with max attack investment, I assume.
I'm jolly, but yeah,
Okay, you're jolly. Okay, almost max
otherwise,
investment. Yeah. That's crazy.
I mean, it is a 40 base power move. That's not stab, so I guess it does make sense.
Yeah, but at the same time, I have like 166 defense and 260.
I mean, you would just assume that it perishes because it's Bennett.
Yeah.
It's a super effective move, but yeah.
But yeah, like part of this was essentially I click Trick Room. Then depending on if the sash pops and if you assume that I'm gonna click D-bot, I click taunt. Then the next thing is forced to attack, and I get the D-bot.
Yeah, I mean, I had 2 Mons with priority, so that would have dealt with the Trick Room, Destiny Bond stuff. But like the idea with the Tauros lead is just because with Choice Band and Pursuit, like it's gonna click. It does good coverage. It's gonna do good damage on anything that can come in. Then I have Regirock with Stealth Fox, and it also has Explosion as well. Slowking is there because I have then like 3 different Mons. Oh, which one?
Slowking is so cracked.
Slowking is crazy, and that's like even before Regenerator. When it gets Regenerated, I think in Gen 5, like it just becomes so fucking broken. Yeah. But I also like, I really like both Slowking and Slowbro. Like some of my favorite Psychic types. Like I'm a Psychic hater, but I like both of those ones. I think they're fucking sick. And like way later in Sword and Shield, we also get like more Slowking and Slowbro forms, which is fucking sick. And Slowking gets a... Did you know, by the way, about this? Slowking has a signature move in Sword and Shield. The signature move is what? It's like Cold Reception or something like that, which summons Snow and then switches out. And I'm just gonna assume it's because of in the Lugia movie, like he just throws out like stupid jokes, and then nobody just answers anything. So that's why there's no summon thing is, and then it just leaves, which is the switching out. But it's also obviously Slowking is an insanely good like slow pivot, and I think in some formats even like teleport, Slowking was a like crazy pivot that people used. So it's so fucking funny to me that it gets stuff like that. But the idea for Slowking for me was like, Surface Psychic, it has good stat, it just can hit stuff hard. Thunder Wave is there to set up for my 3 other like sweepers, and then obviously slack off, because like Medicham is there just as a wall breaker. I think like Medicham is one of the best mons in the tier just because it gets every single move, and Life Orb Pure Power, like you hit so fucking hard. And the other 2, like Driftblim was there as an unburden sweeper. It had like Coal Mine Substitute, Shadow Ball, and then just Hidden Power Fighting, because the only thing obviously that I can't hit with Shadow Ball is normal type, so I just had Hidden Power Fighting for that. And with Unburden and 244 speed EVs, like it outspeeds even like Scarfers, for it outspeeds the entire metagame. And with Substitute, you can put yourself on Unburden range, and because it has such a gargantuan HP stat, you don't even need HP investment to get over the like 404 magic number to avoid stuff like Nightshade breaking your sub. And then the Floatzel was Waterfall, Ice Punch, Bulk Up, Baton Pass, because Baton Pass is actually legal in this tier. So the idea was that either you can like sweep with this, but there were so many, dude, there are so many Storm Drain and Water Absorb Mons in the tier. So the idea also is there like you can bulk up, and then if you face something like, I mean, this set gets like turbo walled by basically all the water ground types like Gastrodon, Quag, and Wishcast, which are all NU by the way, and which absolutely smoke. I was talking about it in my breakdown. My second team solo loses to Dragon Dance Wishcash. Like it just straight up loses to Dragon Dance Wishcash. But the idea here was like I can also like bulk up, and then I can Baton Pass it over to Medicham. And Medicham with 4 coverage moves and a bulk up is good luck dealing with that shit.
Yep. I mean, just pray.
Yep.
In it. Just pray.
Pray.
At that point. Yeah, I mean, my teams were largely built on the basis of this first team. I'm gonna put Banana in. I'm gonna do Trick Room, Destiny Bond. Yeah, yeah. Then I had 3 more teams that I built after that because I was like, I want to have Kadabra in. I'm gonna put Kadabra in. And then I was like, wow, but I need Gen 4 Pokemon. I'm gonna put Drifblim in because Drifblim seems crazy good at pretty much everything in this tier. It seems special defensive. It's pretty fast. It's got decent coverage for everything. It's got Will-O-Wisp. It's got Knockoff. It's got Shadow Ball. I'm gonna put that in with Lexus. And it's got Aftermath too, so they can break sashes if it happens to be fighting against something that can actually one-shot it and has a sash on it for some reason. Like it would have dealt with the Sharpedo sash if I put that in. And then obviously Sableye with Focus Sash, Fake Out, Knock Off, Will-O-Wisp Taunt. I Will-O-Wisp turn 1 or Fake Out turn 1. I didn't Fake Out this time because you had Sharpedo. So obviously I lose Sash if I Fake Out. So I just decided I'm going to Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah.
Then the miss. Didn't matter really, but like the miss.
Yeah, I mean, Magmortar is the idea on like also me switching out there was like I was like also thinking like it's either Fake Out or it's Will-O-Wisp, and obviously you didn't know it, but I had Sash on my Sharpedo, so I was like I don't want my Sash to get broken to Fake Out, and also if you Will-O-Wisp like Magmortar is immune to Will-O-Wisp, and if you Fake Out and it hits Magmortar, there's a 30% chance that you get burned as well on Sableye. So that was the idea there, because those were like the 2 moves that I was also thinking about. Like you're gonna click one of these, so that's why I ended up going for Magmortar.
I think these 2 are by far the best options, and obviously because if you figured that this was going to be sashed as well, the idea that I would click Fake Out is always like that's incorrect for me. I should never click Fake Out because I literally lose my held item if I do that. And obviously I didn't. After that, I was just like, yeah, okay, this is done. I can't do anything. So Will-O-Wisp, Knock Off, Protect, Shadow Ball, Psychic Fire Fighting, Shadow Ball on Kadabra, and then Monferno with Flare Blitz, Fake Out, Mach Punch, U-Turn, priority fighting type move, Flare Blitz for stab, giga damage, max speed investment so that I can actually maybe get fast U-turns out.
Yeah.
And pivot into my Dragonair or my Drifblim or my Quagsire. Quagsire was a full attack investment in here.
Yeah, I was like,
Ice Punch.
When I like switch, I was thinking like, okay, I'm almost certain he's gonna click Toxic here, and I was like contemplating for that, like going onto my Magmortar, because Magmortar has HP Grass. Then you click Earthquake, and even like my bulky Hitmonchan, it like 50% of the. I'm like, what the fuck have you fed this thing?
It was kind of cracked. I mean.
I
was originally thinking
like
about
in a like when obviously like now seeing the entire team, like it does make sense in a team like this when they have like Shit Life, Drifblim, and Sableye both already spreading status.
Yeah. I like originally I was thinking I might want to have Toxic on stuff or like Paralysis on stuff, but then I realized well, these are gonna have Will-O-Wisp, and I'm not really keen on not using Will-O-Wisp if I have the option to.
Yeah.
And obviously if I would want to spread Toxic or I want to spread Poison on you, if you end up swapping into a Pokemon that I don't want to put Will-O-Wisp on for one reason or another, and I would rather have Para on, then I hate my life. So I just decided I'm going to invest fully into making your team physically weaker and making my Mons essentially physically bulkier.
Yeah, that's fair.
Then I had 3 other teams, as I mentioned. I had one that had full hazards, because I was like, wait, I don't have any hazards on my first team. Like my first 2 teams had 0 hazards after I changed my Bastiodon to not have Stealth Rocks as well. And then this has Hitmonchan with Fake Out, Rapid Spin, Mach Punch, Thunder Punch with Life Orb, and Skunk Tank with Explosion, Crunch, Defog, Poison Jab. Defog I like was thinking about a bit, like I don't really want to rely on using Rapid Spin on Hitmonchan, especially when it has Life Orb. So I was like, I'm just going to put Defog in for Skunk Tank just in case.
Okay, I'm glad this didn't come up. But so for future reference, I don't know why, but the Generation 4 already has the Defog clears hazards and screens. It does not do that until Gen 6 or Gen 7. I think it's Gen 7. So I'm glad it didn't come up, but like for some stuff like Smogon does like accidentally have like later explanations even on earlier moves. So I'm glad it didn't come up. And also I am going to, this is how Defog does work, like when it starts clearing hazards. It cleans the both sides of hazards.
So the idea here was, okay, I'm gonna set up full hazards on your side of the field, and I hope that you don't have a spinner. And if you have a spinner, I have Drifloon for that. But if it ends up in a situation where I lose hazards on your side, but I still have hazards on my side,
Gotcha.
and I don't want to put a Hitmonchan, I can use Skunk Tank to defog, and then boom, Poison Jab Crunch, whichever happens to be the best. And obviously, this thing is also fairly good into Psychic types, which I mean, this isn't bad.
I was gonna say that I think like in my mind, it's a like toss up between Medicham and Skuntank for being literally the best Pokemon in the tier. Because if you
is also really good.
Which
Drifblim, I think
Drifblim is very good, yeah. I think like the big issue with Drifblim is like that matchup into Skuntank, and like there are a lot of like good pursuit users in the tier. But the thing that like Skuntank clearing toxic spikes upon being switched in, having access to pursuit and Sucker Punch, having access to Poison Stab, being immune to psychics, and having Aftermath on top of like having a stat spread and a move pool where you can make this thing do anything. It can be a wall, it can be a physical sweeper, it can be a special attacker. This thing is so versatile and so fucking cool.
Sorry.
Yeah?
What do you mean by clears toxic spikes on switching?
So when you have toxic spikes on your side of the field, if you send out a grounded poison type, that just clears out toxic spikes.
Oh, I was unaware.
Okay, yeah, so that's how it... that's the thing that just always it works like that. That's why toxic spikes have always been like a lot more niche, because upon switching in a grounded poison type, it just immediately gets rid of toxic spikes.
Bro.
Okay, I'm glad that both of those things came up now, because like having that come up when you didn't know that, or like trying to, okay, I'm gonna click defog and clear the hazards here, and it's like, why did they just go down to times 6, 7 evasiveness, and that's it?
Man. And then the last team with Riz the Charizard.
Riz the Charizard.
Dragon Dance, Roost, Flare Blitz, EQ. Obviously physical Charizard, because I was like, I got Kadabra. I got Golduck. So...
And it's the classic, I'm going to have this in the lead slot, because if I ever need to switch the thing in when there are Stealth Rocks, I am going to be fucking dead.
Exactly. Either I die immediately, or I maybe kill shit.
Yeah, I really like that, where there's always like the idea where, especially like earlier, before Gen 5, when we get, that's, by the way, that's like probably the thing that I'm looking forward to the most in Gen 5, team preview, where finally you can actually see your opponent's entire team before you're sending out your starting mon. I think it adds so much more to the game. I can't wait for that. But like before that, when it's literally like, okay, my lead Pokemon needs to cover for like any setup stuff or anything like that. But also, if I'm going to set up rocks, I want something that can deal with a potential fire flying type if that's in the tier. Because it's like, I always have the same thing where I'm thinking like, okay, if I'm going to run a fire flying type, do I just want to put this in the first slot? Because I mean, I am not switching this thing into Stealth Rocks.
Yeah, exactly. You take 50% at that point. It's fucking over. Might as well give up.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, Charizard has Roost.
Yeah.
Obviously. Recovery, not too bad. Becomes 2x weak to Grok when you use it. It's pretty fast. It's all right. Obviously, you've already taken 50% at that point, so you probably already gave up stuff.
Or you go switch it into rocks, then you click Flare Blitz, hopefully kill something, and with Flare Blitz and Life Orb Recall, now you're in Blaze range, and now you're just OHKOing something, even if it's resist fire.
True.
The suicide Charizard plan.
The nuclear option.
Yeah. I also I like the extreme speed on Dragonair. I'll be completely transparent. Like, I did not know that Dragonair learned extreme speed. I always thought that was something that you learn when you evolve into Dragonite. So that was like, when you click that, I was like, oh shit, I did not even know this thing gets it.
The call here was, I'm going to Draco Meteor. I'm going to lose 2 stages of special attack. And then, assuming I dealt like, because I'm full investment on special attack, assuming I deal approximately 60 to 70%, extreme speed probably cleans up in 2 turns if I don't die.
Yeah.
Probably deals 20% per hit. And then obviously I did like 60% on the Draco Meteor, and then
Yeah, I mean, it's like literally any other of my mons, well, except for Magneton, obviously, because it resists, but any of the other mons, because like even something like Lycar, which is bulky, like it's very bad, especially defensively, so it would be in smoke. So anything else, like, that would have worked out, but unfortunately, Hitmonchan, base 1, 10, special defense, even without investment, and I had some HP EVs. It was the one thing that it didn't get smoked by it, so unfortunate luck of the draw there. But like it was really cool tech, and like even if I'm, like I said, like when I'm looking at my team, like against a lot of the other ones, like this would have done a lot of work.
Yeah, but that about does my team breakdowns for now. I talked about these for a while in my breakdowns. I just went through them because I figured, well, I have 4 teams, and 3 of them are like, well, they have Kadabra in them, so I can only play one of them. And I was thinking I don't really want to play setup of hazards because I was like not really keen on that. And then I didn't want to just go click D-Dance Charizard after having hit D-Dance after getting while my Trikumi's falling off and getting insta-paired. Didn't really feel that one, so I just went with the one that I want was probably the most consistent.
Gotcha. And like, dude, final thing, I love Monferno. I think Monferno is so sick. I love the whole like evolution line, like Chimchar, Monferno, Infernape. Like they're all some of my favorite mons. I fucking love them. And I think like Monferno is actually like, if you're like just looking at all the starters like second stages, I think it's like one of the most potent ones as an actual like mon when you look at the stat profile.
The stat profile and the move pool.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
This move pool is crazy. It has fucking close combat. What do you mean less close combat?
It gets everything. I don't think there's anything that you're missing out, like not being Infernape. I don't remember what it learned when it didn't do Infernape. It might have been like Fire Blast, but you can get that as a TM move, so you're gonna obviously have the Inferno already. So.
And why would you ever have Fire Blast when you can just...
Yeah, I mean, hybrid and special attack like Infernape has done stuff, but like most of the time, like when you have access to Mach Punch and U-turn, obviously, like good priority and good pivoting, like it's gonna be really hard to justify, especially a like full special attack Infernape, but it's like even a hybrid. But the hybrid can do some stuff like deal with some usual checks pretty well, which is really nice. But yeah. I don't really have anything else really to say, because like I explained like what my teams really had, and like a lot of that stuff obviously also covered in the team breakdowns anyway. So honestly, after the incident yesterday, like I don't mind this being a shorter one. I think we need these shorter ones as well, and even like I say shorter one, it's still like 53 minutes plus our team breakdowns, so still
gonna be like an hour and 20. Yeah,
it's still gonna be a nice duration. But next time it's gonna be Gen 4 PU, and have fun trying to figure out which mons are actually PU.
I love having to figure out which mons are actually PU when I click on the thing and it goes like, oh, these are all PU mons.
But yeah, thanks for the games. I appreciate it as always. Hopefully you have a nice stream, and I will see you around tomorrow, gamer.
Okay. Thanks for playing.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And with that, we are done with Generation 4 Never Used. Thank you so very much for watching. Like I said, hopefully you also have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next time for Generation 4 PU. So stay tuned, and peace.